Having chronic pain is so wild. Like having chronic pain, fatigue, whatever, dealing with this stuff at a young age for me since the age of like 15, it changes your psychology so much. And in some ways, it's like a gift, and in other ways, it's like a curse, right? Because what happens when you experience living with a chronic illness? Like, what does that actually entail? What does that mean? It means that you need to learn, you're forced to learn how to not push yourself past your limits. Because most of us, we might have like been able to mask our symptoms for years, and then there's like a tipping point where you hit complete burnout and you're forced to essentially restart your life, press the restart button and figure out what the hell you're going to do, right? And it is very difficult, a difficult process to get yourself well whilst knowing that it's not something that's just like gonna go away, and it's something that you need to learn to manage. And like recently, I've just had so many thoughts around this and emotions around this because people don't really know how to support people with chronic pain or disabled people. And the majority of people that have disabilities is due to conditions that fall under the chronic pain, chronic fatigue, umbrella, whether that's through injury or through trauma or whatever it is that's resulted in them having chronic pain. And yeah, I feel like people don't really know how to support disabled people in this way because it's like they don't know what to say, right? And sometimes we ourselves, disabled people, aren't always sure what support we need. But what I will say is it's not about having, it's nothing major that you need to do to support a disabled person. It's very simple. It's, sending them loving affirmations, maybe reminding them of their strength on dark days or hard times. If you live close to them, maybe asking them if there's anything they need. Because sometimes when you're literally housebound and you're like, you can't get out of bed or you can't drive your car, you can't walk, so you can't go to the shops, we want our snacks. We want our comforting snacks, the things that are going to bring us comfort in these moments. And if someone's unwell with like a cold or a virus or whatever, it's very normal, right? It's like quite a sweet thing that people do. Like, oh, do you need anything? I'll make you some soup or something like that and drop it off. Disabled people need that same care, that community care. And it's not like you need to be there all the time, and it's not that you can't be there at all. It's finding like a balance, because essentially it's like having a friend who has a viral thing all the time, right? And you can't be there all the time for that person, but you can show up when you have energy to, and to help them in small little ways. And so literally like dropping things off for them. Do you need anything from the shop? Just small things make a huge difference, So yeah, I just feel like that's really important for people to remember. And if you have disabled friends and they can't go out, they're housebound, maybe saying, oh, do you want me to pick you up? We could watch a movie together, or I could come round to your place, we could watch a movie together. What do you need right now? And also, if they're neurodivergent, just being aware of things like external factors, So, like, just think of it in a way that, remember a time when you were really unwell, maybe you were floored with like a cold or flu or a bug and you couldn't leave the house and it was really hard. That is essentially what people with chronic pain or disabled people have to learn how to live with, right? And I know that sounds really like, ooh, it's like, it's too jarring for people. It's too depressing for most people to even wrap their heads around, so they can't feel it. So the heart goes, no, I'm not feeling that. That's too much. I can't help that person anyway. Oh, what shame. And that literally just creates more discrimination against disabled people and doesn't allow our voices to be heard. So just being mindful, there's little things that you can do to support disabled people. And yeah. Okay, I'm having serious brain fog, but yeah, just my point is like, try to keep an open heart, you know? Because if everyone else closes their hearts, then that's going to make the other people close their hearts. And what disabled people absolutely do not need is more people to just like be like, oh, I hope you feel better soon. Oh, okay. Like people don't know how to deal with it. And that's not a judgment. Like I get it, but just ask, you know, is there anything I can do to support you right now? And the person might say no, and that's okay. It's not like no one's expecting you to cure or heal us. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just simple little things that you can do, like you would do for your friend who has the cold and can't leave the house. So yeah, just wanted to share that because I really feel like I'm being called to speak a lot more about, to just advocate for disabled people, for neurodivergent people, for these minorities that are pretty much just like outcast from society and told like, oh, well, there's nothing we can do for you, so good luck. And that is not the world that I want to live in or that I want to perpetuate. Like, it's time that we create a new world, a more supportive world, that, and like, it's realizing that we do each have the power to do this. We need to believe in our spirit and our soul. If you just keep rolling over to all the shit that's going on in the world and saying, oh well, oh well, oh well, like one day that shit will be on your doorstep and you will become the shit that's being stepped on. So we gotta tune into our power and use that power as much as we can. Yeah. Okay, ramble over.